Hey guys, it's Jake with J29. We have a very special guest today. Actually, a good friend of mine from Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Benjamin J. Kepner.
J. Kepner?
Isn't your middle name Joseph?
No, it's Scott.
Okay. What's wrong with Mr. Benjamin S. Kepner? So Ben is the founder of globalsocialmediamarketing.com. He's also the digital marketing consultant for a really cool app, which we're going to talk about today, called Servicemobi. Before we get started, Ben, tell our viewers just a little bit about globalsocialmediamarketing.com, how you got it started.
Yeah, so globalsocialmediamarketing.com was really my own website, my own blog that I created straight out of college. I was trying to get my name out there, straight out of college, marketing kid, doesn't know too much. So I really got my brand out there. Started going to a lot of events, dealing with influencers, and submitted those articles that I was writing about the marketing events that I went to, and then that spiraled into, hey, would you like to do some marketing work for us? Kind of turned that into my own kind of independent contractor consulting business, and today, I'm putting my portfolio work out there and dealing with clients and kind of establishing thought leadership.
Okay, cool. And then that led you into the application that you're working with right now,
Servicemobi. Yeah.
So explain that, and kind of what I want you to explain for our audience is what you're doing specifically on the digital media side.
Sure. Yeah, so Servicemobi is really an app that was created from some Atlanta homeowners that didn't see a value in a lot of these search engine systems that you use today to find a painter, a plumber. It's a lot of the pull information. You go, you search, something spits back a recommended person. You don't know if it's a credible person or not. And so the app was created to really connect homeowners with service providers and make sure that you're getting trustworthy recommendations. People that can really improve your home, that that your neighborhood trusts.
Okay, so more trustworthy than just a regular search.
Correct.
Or going to Angie's List where there's a million providers out there and who's really trustworthy and who's not.
Right.
Okay, got it. What I'm really excited to talk to you about today, we've been talking to a lot of people in the industry, but you have pretty good experience when it comes to dealing with different clients and clientele. There's a common theme kind of in social media, the value of social media. Whether that's the value from a personal perspective, the value of what you're spending and what you're getting in return. Just in your experience, what is the average business owner? What do they value about digital media? Or do they value it?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It's pretty hard for, I think, small business owners to kind of put a dollar value on digital media and social media. A lot of them know that they need to be doing it, but they don't know, what exactly they want to do, and they don't know how much time and money it takes to do it well.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. We happen to be talking about Servicemobi, and you're managing a team there, and it was cool to hear you talk about how you kind of split everything up. Kind of tell us about what your focus was when you were building a team, as a social media team. Right?
Yeah, so we just hired 3 digital marketing coordinators to kind of help me with the social media strategy, and ultimately being a social media manager, as it's very time consuming. So I've got to develop the copy and the pictures and the video and everything that goes within that, and then if you're an agency, or for me it's one brand, but it's just a lot of time, and so I needed people to help me create content and scale that. And so what I've done with my team is to try to scale it. I've tried to have each person focus on a specific network. Let them be a master. If they're going to be on the Twitter network, I want them to do research on the relevant hashtags. I want them to be participating in chats. I want them to try to do some live promotion, some ads, influencer. There's so many things that you can do on each network. And I think that the amount of time that takes, it's almost nearly impossible for one person to do.
It is, and it's there's a lot you can do with different platforms. I think the last thing that we want to talk about is, and you kind of hit the nail on the head, is this term we call ROI. So when you and I were in business school, international business school, ROI is the big thing. Your ROI is your return on investment. You are putting a service out there, you're putting a product out there. There's got to be some type of ROI for what you're investing in that. Social media is kind of different. The way things are doing. From my perspective, it all kind of goes back to the psychology of how people buy and purchase things nowadays. It's not about features. It's not about what the best thing is. It's not even about cost really anymore. It's more about that brand and do they identify with it. The brands that you've worked with, do you think that's similar, and do you think that the business owners understand what the ROI is? It might not necessarily be monetary, What do you feel is a good ROI, or what do you think the ROI of social media is?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I think every social media manager struggles with, right? How do I prove what I'm doing has return for the business or the company? And I think the best way to answer that is there's small baby steps that you can take to get to that final sale, whether it's, likes, website conversion, generating leads. It's like a sales cycle, right? You don't call someone and immediately go, hey, buy my product. You guide them through, you create conversation with them, you learn about them, you connect them with them on a personal level, and then after a certain amount of communication, you guide them through to that final sale. So for me, I look at, smaller wins to get to the ROI, and then ultimately I think what business owners care about is how much money are you generating, how many new people am I getting in my door, and are you helping tell my story in a better way to connect with my audience on an emotional level?
Yeah, I think that's spot on, and that's really where we find the value in social media, is being able to tell that story. It's a brand builder. It's you being able to touch your clientele or your specific niche every day and tell them who you are. So that's it. Ben, do you have anything from the big city of Atlanta to tell us little folks here in Kansas City?
Well, Kansas City, I'm going to try out some of your barbecue here, but, in the South, we've got our good old country cooking.
We do, grits.
So, grits, collard greens, fried chicken.
They have some of that up here, Ben, but it's not good.
Well,
it's not Southern style
I'm enjoying my time in Kansas City. I just want to thank J29 for letting me come in today and talk with you guys, and I think you guys are doing some great things here in Kansas City, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, Ben, thanks. We'll high five or low five, whatever you want to do. We'll see you guys later. Bye.